Am I the a-hole for being upset after my wife only cooked for herself? My wife, F39, and I, M31, have different work schedules, but we have one day off together each week. This arrangement works well for us because we have a 2-year-old and it saves us from paying for childcare while we're at work. Typically, I take charge of cooking, especially on our shared days off. I enjoy cooking and consider myself better at it than my wife, which is why I usually handle the cooking duties. However, last week was particularly difficult for me, and we had friends visiting over the weekend. I took on the responsibility of planning and preparing elaborate meals on both Saturday and Sunday. In return, I asked my wife if she could cook on our next day off, allowing me to have a break and relax. She agreed but decided to make an Italian squash stew, knowing very well that I don't like zucchini or eggplant. She did mention this beforehand and asked if it was all right with me. I voiced my concerns but agreed on the condition that she also prepares something for me that I would enjoy. Fast forward to Wednesday, after I came home from work. My wife was only cooking the stew and promised to make chicken and artichoke later. However, I discovered that I was expected to cook the artichoke since she got it for me. Although it was a simple task of steaming it in water, I started preparing it. Then she asked me to cook the chicken as well. Feeling frustrated, I kindly asked her to take up the responsibility herself, as I specifically expressed my desire to have a day off from cooking. She reluctantly agreed but ended up forgetting about the chicken and letting it burn. Meanwhile, she also neglected the artichoke and it ended up burning because she was solely focused on her stew. After realizing that the only food meant for me was burned, I stormed off and refused to help with the dishes, believing that the one who doesn't cook should handle cleaning up. Reflecting on the situation, I acknowledged that it was selfish of my wife to only cook something she wanted on our precious day off together. However, I do acknowledge that I may have overreacted. So, am I the a-hole, AMTA?